Yeah, it's been a mad one. It's been a mad week, and I did want to start with that. I know some of us spoke about this on Monday, but I want to get double A's opinion first and foremost. I mean, we saw what he said about Klopp and about Liverpool, but we're now seeing a lot of ex-pros, the Carragers, the Gary Nevilles of this world, defending him, saying just because you speak, just because you're being xenophobic about a football manager doesn't mean you can't be professional on the day. Obviously, now the video footage has come out of while he's away working at the Euros, doing up some type of white powder. We assume it wasn't baby powder that he was snorting. And there's other videos that have come out and been leaked as well. I mean, it seems a mess, but even more strangely, the media seem to be consistently protecting him.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed about that video is he definitely doesn't draw the lines on VAR because they were too straight, them ones on that video. Far too straight. He definitely ain't doing the lines on VAR. But the only surprising thing I think of this whole situation is I'm not surprised because we constantly say we have the worst referees in the world. And it's just proven again, it's scandal after scandal with these referees, whether it's a case of every fan thinks they have a legitimate case of being discriminated against a referee. Maybe Liverpool fans have got a case now to say that about this referee, because to come out and use them slurs, right, on a video or not, and we all seen the video, you can clearly tell he's not, what's the best way of putting it? He's not in his right frame of mind, shall we say, in that video. So to be coming out and saying some ridiculous, and letting people film you and say, and the worst thing, he knows what he's saying is wrong because he goes, "This can't go anywhere, guys. Just keep it between if that's going in a group chat." First thing I'm doing when I see it is getting spread to everyone I know. Let's be honest. I'm surprised it's taken so long to come out. So I think with the ex-pros thing, I think especially on the stick to football, they've had Howard Webb on there. So again, they're trying to keep everyone sweet, aren't they? Because they've got that professional relationship with him. They've done videos where they're pretending to be referees, him and Carragher. They're all for one, aren't they? They're just one big club helping each other out, and they're trying to minimize the damage of what this is potentially going to cause. I mean, I think the floodgates are open now. You see the one with United with, Michael Oliver and everything like that, where it shouldn't have been a penalty against West Ham. So we've all got cases to say about referees, whether we think we've had harsh decisions and now do we look further into that. And I mean, it's just something we don't need in the game already, because we already scream that we hate the referees, and it's just giving more credence to all of that. And his career's effectively over something as stupid as just being an idiot, really. And a druggie, obviously, but that's the worst one, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 42 years old. I mean, someone said to me yesterday, Terry, how dare you say that? Because I said maybe it's a cry for help. And everyone's like, loads of people do Charlie at the weekends. They don't need help. They're just having fun. And again, interestingly, it depends on what you... But I'm like, okay, let's just live in a world for a minute where doing a little bit of Charlie with your mates is fun. Let's just live in that world for a minute. Let's not debate that bit. Being 42 years of age and filming it is a problem. Being 42 years old, my mates, I know, if you guys were just filming me downing pints of beer at my age, 38, that'd be weird. At 38, that is what 18, 19, 20-year-olds do when they're kind of discovering themselves in the sort of party atmosphere, the nightclub scene, whatever it may be. Not a 42-year-old geezer. Why are you filming it? Why are you filming any of these things? Again, if me and my mates are going to sit there and speak about something like this, no one gets their phones out. So I don't know. For me, the whole thing is proper weird. Really weird. Speaking of weird, Henry, how do you see this, bro? Because I know you and your mates, you're from Essex. You do mad stuff in Essex. Now, Essex boys do the maddest stuff, right? But is this weird on your level?
Yeah, I just for a disclaimer, I don't video myself doing Charlie. But
you don't video it.
You don't video it. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I've messed up. But yeah, the point is, he's 42. I don't know if he's got children or not. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend or not. But still, it's not a good look, is it, for your image, for everything you want to get out of your job? It's horrendous. You're 42. Someone's videoing you doing a line of Charlie. I mean, and it's come out. Someone's got it in for him. The fact that this has been the video about Klopp was what, 2.5 years old, 3 years old, and all of a sudden it comes out.
It's from 2020.
Okay, so someone's definitely got it in for him. That 4 years afterwards, Someone's releasing a video and doing a bit of the marching powder, and someone's videoing him slagging off Klopp. It's just, what are you doing? Like, if someone gets a phone out and you're in the middle of a conversation, just stop. And you feel that whatever you're saying is somewhat controversial, just stop talking. Surely that's just common sense. Like,
especially if it directly affects your job as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
for me to say, like, screw my boss. Like,
if he was at a party and somebody was secretly filming him and he didn't know, I'd have a little bit of sympathy, because I think sometimes if you're around people you trust, you should be able to maybe express yourself. But the way he was,
not when the phone's like that in front of his face, though. Like,
it's when he does the whole, the phone's there, right? And he's like, just to let you know, this recording can't go anywhere. Why don't you just take the phone off him and delete the shit? It's. What do you expect? I don't honestly. The geezer. But how do you see this, Tom, as a Scouser? What did you make of the likes of Carragher and Neville?
Oh, don't get me started.
Strongly defending him today.
I mean, that overlap thing, I said it last night, that overlap episode could age horrendously depending on how much more comes out, because it seems that everyone who's got a little bit of dirt on David Coote is trying to get it out for a quick payday. You watch it and Neville sitting there defending him, saying he shouldn't lose his job. Carragher actually provided a logical explanation, the fact that he can't referee any Liverpool games, which therefore also means he can't referee any Liverpool games that could be, or any games related in any shape, way, or form to Liverpool. So rules out any team that are in any positions nearby Liverpool, rules out any team that could be a rival Liverpool, rules out basically 90% of the league at most points of the season, depending on positions and stuff. And you look at the part that got me. Roy Keane didn't even know what he said in the video. Roy Keane hadn't even watched the video. Roy Keane just sitting. It took Carragher to say, "Oh yeah," and they said we ate Scousers for Roy Keane to go, "Oh, did he?" I just knew he said he ate a Klopp. And they're trying to brush the xenophobia under the carpet, which is the mad thing, because that's what really should be getting put at. Referees are open, like the referees basically just when a manager. Yes, I understand that Jurgen Klopp is very brass and might have said some things here horribly, and I understand that. It doesn't give you a right to call him that. And then now that it's come out, it causes all sorts of problems. And I think the biggest thing it is it brings the entirety of the other referees into disrepute as well, because Coote's been caught. But that puts the seed of doubt in everyone else's mind with all these other refs. Yes, they haven't been filmed doing it. Yes, they're not snorting, certain lines of what we'll call baby powder for now in UEFA paid for hotels. But what are they thinking behind the scenes? What are they doing off camera? How could it be affecting them? It's brought the entire thing into disrepute, and to gloss over it and to keep trying to act like it's not. Carragher and Neville, they clearly had a word told to them after the Liverpool-Tottenham game last year, when Neville especially went off at the VAR and the officials after the Luis Diaz one. And then the next day, it was like a different man was talking, going, "Oh, we all make mistakes. It happens. Just change a couple of things and it'll be okay." Considering the way he was going on about it earlier, there's clearly a deal that's been struck up there. That's why you get the crap Howard Webb show every month on a Tuesday, where they actually clear up nothing. They just leave you with more questions than answers, because they pick what ones they want to choose to try and paint it in a good way, and never really paint it in a good way. And then today, the reaction to it from the pundits, I think they're glossing over the big things. We're not asking him to lose his job because we don't like the decisions he gave against us. If that was the case, no referee should be in the league, because I don't like any of them. The fact of the matter is, he's come out with an open distaste towards my former manager, who was still in the league for about three seasons afterwards. He's come out with, he's not disagreed with the fact that he hates Liverpool and he hates Scousers. And that's not even acknowledging the fact of what he's done in the new video that's come out in the UEFA paid for hotel. So he's getting the book thrown out and by UEFA anyway. But I feel like there's just a glossing over of what he's done in that one, and just trying to boil it down to, it's his mate's fault for filming it. I agree. but you're also able to stop
Mate,
it. You're also able to go, give me a minute, lad. I'm not doing this on camera.
The excuses, like, oh, just that guy he robbed someone. Oh yeah, but fucking what a horrible place to put a CCTV camera, eh? It's they're trying to turn Coote into the victim here, and I don't think that's right. I thought what's also interesting is that on this episode of The Overlap, they basically said that him behaving in this way shows no indication that bias could exist. But on the episode they did with Howard Webb a month earlier, and I put the clip up today, he speaks about Graham Poll admitting 20 years ago that he would hold grudges from one game to the next on players, and that he would, if the fans were giving him stick, he'd do something to get the fans back. Graham Poll then 10 years later said that is also what Clattenburg does. And then we have seen referees recently state things. There's a big video going around about it. A referee that should have sent a player off for Leicester, but he went up to the Leicester players afterwards and said, I didn't do it because I want you to win the league. There was on Red Men TV, Mark Housey admitted that he lied once for the PGMOL after a mistake was made. I think it was Mike Dean stated that he didn't send someone to the VAR monitor because he didn't want his friend Anthony Taylor to get stick. So there's all this evidence, and then they're trying, and there are a percentage of football fans who do this weird thing around, no, I don't want the rest to be blamed for anything because I want 100% accountability on my players, on my manager, and my owners. And it's just ridiculous. You can still have the lion's share of accountability on those people, but ignoring this problem within refereeing, and then the mainstream media pretending like, look, there's no real evidence of any bias being out there. Neville, you brought it to our attention. And in fact, I said it behind the scenes. I'll rant about it again now. The only reason fans think there's anything wrong with referees is because you players and managers, our entire lifetime, have told us there is. You don't get this in rugby. Do you know why? The fans respect what the refs are saying because the players and the managers and coaches are respectful. You lot are the ones that tell us they're biased, that tell us they're stupid with your behavior. And yet suddenly fans are the conspiracy theorists and mentalists for turning around and making accusations. I think Carragher said it about Liverpool fans today. His words were, I basically get embarrassed every time I see a decision go against us and Liverpool fans think there might be an agenda. You've literally just seen a referee that's given loads of bad decisions against you say that your manager's a German CUNT and that your team's crap and that he hates Scousers. Yeah, no chance of any bias. It's honestly ridiculous. The mainstream media have had an absolute mare with this, an absolute nightmare.
I agree.
No,
do you know what? Yeah, do you know what the maddest thing is? Like, I don't get what they're defending, mate. If a video come out of me saying I hate my clients and saying my company's clients and saying racist stuff about them while snorting cocaine on a work trip, I'm sacked. What is this that he should still be able to? I'm sacked. Like, I don't understand what their point is, and the fact of the matter is, it's because they get paid, mate. It's 100% because PGMOL and all that, they're all in cahoots together, mate. All of them. Because if that's a player, if that was someone like Raheem Sterling or something like that, the ones that these media guys seem to hate on, or like Paul Pogba back in the day, like, you know what these guys would have been saying if he come out with the same video sniffing cocaine and that? Do you know what these same pundits would have been saying about him and that? And this is the problem. But now they're trying to defend the referee. Why are you defending this guy? Why? I can't understand him. What
on the payroll.
Unless they're either on the payroll or these guys have similar videos out there and they're trying to say, you know what, let's not get onto him too much because if our videos ever come out, then it's long for us. So let's kind of defend it.
There's got to be something in it.